Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're breaking down Clint Eastwood's famously explosive, completely unscripted convention speech.
So let's dive into this. Why did this highly unorthodox, unscripted moment immediately go viral?
Well, the analysis contrasts the establishment's highly polished talking points with Eastwood's raw, unfiltered authenticity.
Eastwood kicks things off by claiming there's actually a ton of hidden political diversity within Hollywood.
He says plenty of moderate and conservative minds exist there, but they play things real close to the vest.
They actively avoid broadcasting their beliefs or, as he puts it, hot-dogging it for social clout.
This brilliantly illustrates his next big contrast, the emotional optics of election night versus some really harsh economic realities.
Eastwood highlighted the absolutely staggering scale of the 23 million unemployed Americans at that specific time.
He bluntly labeled this massive unemployment figure a national disgrace that the administration just completely failed to fix.
So, his proposed solution? Replacing traditional political figures with what he famously calls a stellar businessman.
He critiques these lecturing lawyers for being way too focused on arguing instead of actually solving real problems.
Let's move to that blunt critique, which sets up the core philosophical argument that triggered a massive standing ovation.
The ultimate takeaway here? Eastwood's incredibly powerful declaration that we, the everyday citizens, actually own this country.
So, the crucial point is politicians don't own the nation. They're simply our employees who beg for our votes.
It completely flips the script. Citizens are the bosses, and elected officials are merely our temporary employees.
Right, and if an employee consistently fails to do their job, we, the bosses, gotta let them go.
Eastwood warns against being political masochists, basically blindly voting for failing politicians just because of slick TV ads.
Simply talking to an empty chair effectively channeled the deep frustration of millions of ignored, everyday Americans.
When a cultural giant speaks with unfiltered truth, it literally has the power to shift the entire political narrative.
As political debates get louder and way more scripted, raw authenticity becomes an incredibly valuable cultural currency. Which leaves us with this final question. Does raw authenticity always hold more power than a polished speech?